guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Denise and this is a craft update video. I just thought I'd quickly do it before I went out. I'm meeting Ian today. It's 2:45. He finishes work at 3 so I thought I would quickly do this now and upload it over the weekend at some point. So if you watched last week, is it last week? No, I think it might have been last week. I can't remember. The last time I put an update video out. I was working on the me shawl. Or did I just print the pattern? I can't remember. But I have finished the me shawl. I used Poundland yarn. I'm so sorry. I've got the worst sore throat in the world. But I have finished the me shawl. I used Poundland yarn, double knit. I haven't weaved in the ends and I've finished this for a week or so. I just haven't done anything with it. It's longer than my wingspan. So that is my wingspan, and it's the tip of my fingers that side, and there is that much left over the other side. It's not as deep as I thought it would be. But it's really pretty and I really like it, so I'm pleased with it, and it will be a nice spring summer shawl. And I haven't got one that isn't quite so deep. This is the Me Shawl by Bob Wilson 123. It is a free pattern on Ravelry. I decided to go with the Pico. It's not really Pico, but there's two different edges that you could do, a bobble edge or this edge, and this is the edge that I decided to go for. So I just need to weave in the ends and wash it and block it. So that's that. That's the only finished object that I've got here to show you. If you've been watching my vlogs, then you would have seen that I finished a pair of mittens for Mikey, and also I think I showed you one of the hats last week, but I did finish a crocheted hat as well. If you've been watching my vlogs, then you would have seen that. It was a grey one, but I decided to go to Aldi twice. The first time that I went, I have shown these on my vlogs, but I thought I would show you anyway. I picked up 3 of the cakes. Now the first one is rose, and it's rainbow yarn. Really pretty vintage peachy greeny colour. Really love this. I don't know what I'm going to make with these yet, and that's why I only picked up 3. I picked up a purple one, which is lovely as well. This is called Lavender. And then I also picked up one that is called Sand. These are $3.99 each. They're 200 gram. And they are 350 metre approximate, 80% acrylic and 20% wool. But then I went to Aldi with my sister and I picked up a 4th ball, but it is the same colour, because I'm thinking, so they are the same colour. I'm thinking of making a top with this one. If you remember back in the summer, I made a top that was started as a circle. It's crocheted, started as a circle, and it came out square. And I had to rip all the, I think there was 2 colours that I had to take back out because it was just humongous. I have worn the top a couple of times and it's really comfy. It's really nice to wear with like a vest top underneath, like a vest top like this. Really comfy, really nice. And I thought I would make one in this colour, just because it's quite summery, and it would go with, I do wear denim jeans in the summer quite a lot, and I've also got a pair of shorts that have got like orange in them as well, and they're like got bubbles around the bottom, and I thought that would just go. So I bought 4 balls of yarn. Excuse me. So that's that. With these 2, I don't know what I'm going to make with these yet. I was thinking with this one, maybe I could mix it up with either this, or mix it up with a white. I just don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. The same with the purple. I'm unsure. We'll have to wait and see. The next thing is my Malta socks. I'm calling them Malta socks just because I got the yarn in Malta and I've decided to cast them on now. I'm making sort of rose, oh I thought I'd dropped a stitch then, Rose City rollers, but I'm not really following the pattern. I've done the rolled cuff. I've also done a Fish Lips Kiss heel, which I haven't got any gaps in this time, which I am so pleased about. And yeah, so this first stitch marker here, which is my disco balls, is marking the first row of the foot, so I can count up. And then this little rose quartz one here is the 40th row in the foot. I normally knit 70 to 71 rows in the foot, then do the decreases for the toe. In the Rose City Rollers pattern, it tells you to knit for 2 centimetres. I know it's not a lot, but I have done a lot more on these ones, just because I find the ones that I've got do slide under my, not slide on, but when I take my shoes off, they sort of flip off my heel. And I know that is a heel flap and gusset, where this is a Fish Lips Kiss heel. I'm just hoping that these will fit nicely, and yeah, but I really am loving the way the yarn is coming up. It's a teddy yarn. I've only got the ball bound on one of them, obviously. It's a teddy yarn. It's Cozy Toes in the colour 936. You can get it in this country, in England. But I bought this while I was in Malta, and I caked it. It was just 100 gram ball, and I caked it up into 2 50 gram balls, so I could do 2 at a time. I'm using my Knit Pro Zings. Is that what they are? I don't think the thing's in here actually. Ah, yep, Knit Pro Zings. I've just put my other needle in there. And to be honest, my last video I did say that I was having trouble with the join. Now, I think what the trouble was I was pulling too hard on the last stitch. Like when you pull this out and then go and knit, I was pulling too tight. And I've stopped pulling so tight on the edge stitches. And to be honest, I'm not even getting a loose stitch or anything, so it's really going to be hard to show you. But like here is where the join is, but I'm not getting a ladder or anything, so I think I was just pulling too tight. And I'm not pulling as tight now, and it's gliding really nicely. Like as you can see, I've just literally, oh, that one is a bit tight. But they do glide on and off really nicely now where I'm not pulling so tight, so fingers crossed I can get used to that and not have any problems. So this is just in a bag that I made myself. This was a piece of material from my granddad's shirt. I made a cushion for my mum for Christmas, and this is just a shirt that I made, a sleeve that I made a little bag out of and lined it with some dotted material and put a zip in. So that's that. The next thing is I started making this. This is from Simply Knitted magazine, issue, I don't think there's a number but there's a date, March 2013. That's how old my knitting patterns go back to. I think there's some before that as well, to be honest. And I was going to start knitting this. It is beautiful, and I was going to start knitting it out of the lovely yarn that Pearl sent me, which is the Soulcraft Cozy. Oh my god, it's so soft. It's like a cloud. It is so nice. It is an and I feel like I'm talking really quickly today, so I do apologise. It is 59% acrylic, 15% metallic polyester, 14% alpaca and 12% polyamide. But it is just, oh, it's like a cloud. It feels so soft. But I did start this, and I did try doing the first couple of rounds of the pattern here, and I just could not get my head around what I was supposed to be doing. And because the yarn is quite fluffy, I was having trouble seeing what stitches I was at, and yeah, so that got put to one side. I then decided yesterday that I was going to make something else, and I'm really blurry. Hello. I was going to cast on for this. Then I decided against that because this yarn knits up, and I called it very limp, but it's not limp. It's nice. But it's a chunky yarn, but it's quite thin. If that makes any sense, I'll show you what I've been making in a second. But I was going to cast on for this. Excuse my throat and my nose. But then I thought, because of the yarn and it's quite big, it might go a bit misshapen, and yeah, I don't really want that. So then I had the bright idea of pulling out one of the knitting magazines, which I noticed this when I actually got the magazine, and I was like, that is a beautiful jumper. And it's quite a recent magazine. It is issue, is there a date in these ones? I don't think there is. No date, but it's issue 180, and I think it was just before Christmas. It might have been the November issue, where this is made in the same yarn. Beautiful. And I've cast that on. Yay! I've cast it on. This is the ball that I've been using, and this is how much I've got so far. Beautiful. The only problem that I've got is in the rib. Can you see where the yarn has gone really thin, like here? And that is all the way across, and it looks like that is where the rib stops, but it's not. I did carry on knitting, and I did say in my vlog that I've gone through the other balls and I haven't found any of them to have the really fine stuff in, so I thought it might have been a problem with the actual ball of yarn. But I have pulled through this ball, and there is the thin bits in here again. So yeah, I might just go with the flow and see what happens. As you can see, it is so, I want to call it fluffy, but it's not really fluffy. It's just so cozy, like it's like a cloud. I absolutely love this yarn, and I want to say thank you to Pearl, like thousands, because the colour is just me. As you can see, I'm wearing grey and pink today. Grey and pink in a jumper, pink hair, everything about me is grey, pink and white. So thank you so much, and I can't wait for this to be finished. I started this yesterday, and I've done this much. I did the rib yesterday, and I've done all the stocking stitch today, like on and off doing other bits and bobs. So yeah, I'm so pleased, so pleased. So thank you so much, Pearl. Yeah, I'm just knitting on wooden cheap needles at the moment, because that is all I've got in a 6mm, and I think I have got some, but the cords are so stiff. I do need to get myself some new circular needles that are obviously better quality than these cheap eBay wooden ones, but to be honest, they're doing the job, and I'm not having any trouble with them at the moment. I did buy some from Aldi, and I think there was 6mm in there, but these ones, they are a little bit square at the end, but because the yarn is so thick, I'm not having any trouble with it, so that's a good thing. So that is all that I've been up to at the moment. I haven't really been doing anything else. This week has been a bit of a crazy week, really. Mikey was 1 on Wednesday, and I will keep saying it, oh my god, where has that year gone? I haven't worked on anything else really. I haven't done any cross stitch at all. It's just not sort of, yeah, I think where I'm not knitting for anyone in particular now, it's me being very selfish and me knitting what I want to knit. I am really enjoying doing this, and my socks. I also want to crack on with the Big Bang Theory blanket as well, so I might, in the next couple of weeks, I'm not promising anything, probably going to do a square or two on that and see how it goes, but that's it for now. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I am going to get ready and put some makeup on to meet Ian. That is my phone, so that is me going. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye.